I love that little shoulder pat from Corey.
It was needed. It was needed.
um,
Where's my brew?
question from Forsaken
No.
Can
Souls.
you hand me my
Um,
brew?
Where's my brew?
Can you hand me
No,
my
this is
brew?
a problem.
Right there, you goof. Can I have
this
my
is.
brew?
Go ahead,
Well,
Jared.
wait.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead,
I'm
Jared.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
From Forsaken Souls. Now, based off what we've seen on BlizzCon, we're going to go off of this answer. He asked, "Will Thrall see competitive play?"
Well, that's a tough question.
Based off how we like, obviously that's a loaded question, but based off your feels from the BlizzCon build, do you think he's good in like if he gets launched like relatively the same? Do you think his kit's good enough to survive in competitive play?
So, I'm going to jump right in. As a big fan of Thrall, and I played a lot of Thrall at BlizzCon,
You did.
and a lot of people's initial impressions on Thrall was that he's actually too strong. Now, we don't know what his final release is going to end up being, and we don't know how they're going to patch him and whatnot. But the way he stood at BlizzCon is you could spec him to effectively have infinite mana. And you could expect him to be really, really powerful. So, Thrall's kit, Q is Chain Lightning, W is, I think it's called Feral Spirit. He summons basically a Ghost Wolf, where it's not the Ghost Wolf that Rhaegar has, but he launches a wolf forward, and the wolf will then stun and interrupt for 1 second, I believe. And his E is actually Wind Fury. Now, Wind Fury makes him attack really, really quickly, 3 times over.
3 times.
Your auto attack is basically 3 times. So you go 1, 2, 3, essentially with your auto attack. And his trait is every 4 auto attacks, I believe.
Six. It's every 6 abilities you use.
Every 6. It's not just abilities though; it's auto attacks as well, right?
No, it's only auto attacks when it's Wind Fury auto attacks.
So it's Wind Fury. Yeah, you're right. So basically, it counts every 6, but your Wind Fury and your Chain Lightning. So if your Chain Lightning hits 3 targets, it counts as 3. If your Wind Fury hits 3 times, it counts as 3. You get a heal, which is like, at BlizzCon it was about 20% of your health. Like
it was a big heal.
It was a big heal. So Thrall is out of all the healers, out of all the melee assassins, probably has the most sustainability because that heal goes off so frequently. And compared to, the Illidan that we see where you spec him to have both Abathur and Tassadar, Thrall is probably just as efficient without Abathur and Tassadar in terms of the self-healing. So in terms of his viability and his heroics, you consider his 2 heroics. His Earthquake, Kubi is actually dead. He's got Earthquake and he's got Seismic. No, he's fine. Seismic. I don't know what it's called. Seismic something.
He's got. Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
He's really, really, really strong. I refilled my brew. What did I miss? So Thrall in general will in fact have a really profound impact on the competitive scene. And one of the things I want to point out in regards to that question is the fact that Rhaegar Thrall is going to be a really, really, really powerful pair because level 1 Rhaegar, they just nerfed Healing Ward, which is a level 1 talent on Rhaegar. And right now people have started taking the increased healing on Rhaegar, which is fine, but it opens the doors once Thrall comes in because there's a level 1 talent on Rhaegar that gives you 25% increased damage on your next 3 auto attacks. When you pair, and it also gives you increased damage because the Lightning Shield spinning around the hero that you use Lightning Shield on does additional damage. So you give that increased 25% damage on your next 3 attacks and Wind Fury, and suddenly Thrall has a ridiculous amount of burst just from his Wind Fury, plus his whole kit. And I really think he's going to shake up the meta quite a bit.
I think he's going to be in competitive play. I don't think he's going to be as good as Jake thinks. He suffers from the same thing a lot of assassins do. He has no out. He has great damage. He's got great sustain, but he has no way of getting out of a fight, which he'll be good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's going to be as good as Jake.
He's going to be more like the Kerrigan or the Illidan that doesn't go in right away. They wait for their opportunity. They go in, they deal a lot of damage, and they hope they don't die.
Yeah.
He's going
not like that extreme, but yeah.
He's going to rely on Rhaegar, Brightwing, people that can get him out of the fight. Brightwing can pixie dust him and keep him up pretty sustainably. Rhaegar can give him ancestral healing, plus the increased, speed or whatever, attack speed rather. I don't know. I think he's gonna. But the thing you mentioned, he has no get out. But when you consider how powerful Earthquake is and how powerful Seismic, whatever it's called, is his other heroic, they're not necessarily a get out, but they're definitely an opportunity for him to disengage. Now,
they're
to
great
explain the
disengage
heroics,
abilities, both
Earthquake is a huge radius around Thrall that slows them by about 75%. This is based on the BlizzCon build. And Seismic, do you remember the name of the ability?
Oh, that's a lot to ask of me right now. It's a straight line that he shoots out, knocks people away.
Yeah, it's a straight line that will knock you either if it hits the left side of the line, it'll knock you to the left. Right side of the line, knock you to the right.
The range is like a little bit more than the max range of Nova Snipe, maybe.
A little bit. It's definitely more.
Yeah, it's more.
Isn't it Earth Shatter?
Maybe it is Earth
Yeah,
Shatter.
that'd be
I'm just thinking
It's
of
Earth Shatter, I'm pretty sure.
maybe I'm a Marvel vs. Capcom player. And I'm just thinking Hulk.
What?
Seismic.
Yeah. It's not
Okay.
Seismic. I'm pretty sure it's like Earth Shatter or something like that. Um,
I don't know.
honestly, looking at him, he's just. If I were to pick an assassin, it would not be him. It would definitely be somebody like Jaina, because he doesn't really grant that many roots. He's got his spirit wolves that grant a root, I think, in a line, in a skill shot.
It's
Right?
It's a root, yeah.
Yeah, it's a root.
Yeah, yeah.
I would much rather prefer somebody like Jaina in terms of an assassin than I would somebody like Thrall. Thrall was really strong only because he can self-heal himself. Like, really, really ridiculous amounts, but I feel like that's going to be nerfed in the time before he actually gets released.
I agree.
So, Thrall...
Who knows what he's gonna look like?
I think
Yeah,
Thrall's
who
he
knows
actually
what he's
comes
going to
out,
look like
honestly.
when he comes out. And that's why I'm kind of tentative to say what he's going to actually be.
based off his BlizzCon build, I think he'll fit in very specific comps that are designed around hard engagements, because he's got such high potential for early burst, but again, he just has no. I don't know. We'll have to see. But the question was, will you think he see competitive play? And based
No.
off the BlizzCon build, I think he will. Not very
I don't think he
often.
will.
He won't be like a high priority pick, but in certain comps, I think he will.
I don't think he will. I don't think you'll see any competitive play.
Corey?
Any? None. Absolutely no competitive play. Kev? Nothing.
Yeah. Nothing.
I think you will see a lot of competitive play, and I'm Emerald winning this and saying you guys are all wrong.
I just said he would see competitive
Okay,
play.
don't worry, Jake. Don't worry, Jake. We'll wait 6 months before they get buffed, and then you claim that you're right.
Emerald Wind saw no changes.
Oh yeah, but Brightwing did.
Wrecked. He's right.
Blinkheal
If you
got
wanna claim-
buffed.
Blinkhill
Buff?
got...
What?
And
They
then
got him
nerfed.
really
And
nerfed.
then
What?
nerfed.
Oh, okay.
When they give
All
it
right,
multiple
all right,
charges,
all
it
right,
got way better.
What? No.
I'm sorry. Let's
No.
compare the meta. Let's compare the meta of every other healing being nerfed. You're right. I forgot that Brightwing was the only one who didn't get nerfed.
First of all,
So
Blink heal.
you're right.
Blink heal used to heal 25% of the target's HP immediately.
But now, they changed it so that Blinkheal has multiple charges and can be used.
Yeah.
That
but
wasn't in the initial change, though.
it doesn't
They nerfed
heal that
Blink
much at
Hills.
all. Now it's less
There
than
were
10%.
two different big nerfs to Blink Heal.
Blink
there
Heal
one
was,
big
like,
nerf to
a
Blink Heal, and
lot
then
of
they
HP
changed
healed.
it. They reworked it.
It used to be
Listen.
really good, to the point where it was why was everyone calling you an idiot for saying Emerald Wind was good? Because Blink Heal
Blink Heal
was
was so
so
much better.
good. That's why. Blink Heal was really good, and it
But
did get nerfed.
The point
Quite a
was
bit.
is that people undervalued how strong Emerald Wind is.
It's good.
No, but
Don't get me wrong, it's good, but
No,
Blink
it-
Heal used to be
We
way
didn't
better than it was.
undervalue it at all. We said it would be great if you were able to disengage.
Yeah.
The thing was that at that point, disengagement wasn't a massive thing.
Yeah, the meta shifted to allow Blink or Emerald Wind to be good, and then Blink Kill got nerfed.
Yeah, Jake. How
I'm
dare
telling-
you
I'm
predict
tell- I'm
the
telling you right
meta?
now. I'm
How
telling you
dare
right
you
now.
predict the meta?
Thrall is going to be an insanely strong assassin.
I think he'll be.
I
alright.
think I'm going to make a bold statement, and you guys are hearing it live. Thrall is going to be Tychus tier good.
Oh my god.
You heard it here on Town Hall episode number
Jake
44.
praying to the RNG gods, hoping he's right, because we have no clue how he's gonna release.
Yeah, there's so many things they could change about him in terms of like. Well,
I want to point out that he did this. He's done this with every hero, by the way.
No, I haven't.
He did it with Chen.
When?
He did it with Brightwing. He did it with you. You just were like 50-50. Up, let's go with Panda Pals being good, just to see. And then you
Well,
got
I
lucky.
was so right about that.
Yeah, lucky. I'm saying you flip a coin and like half the time you get right.
You're right.
Congrats.
You're right. My analysis of the game.
Is Jake really lucky or is Jared salty? I don't know.
I don't know if
I don't even know what to think
Jake
anymore.
is lucky because he also thought that Jaina was going to be good, and
Yeah,
where's
Jaina's-
Jaina?
I said Jaina was
I will
gonna
spend
be,
$1 on this.
I-
Jaina is ass.
I said Jaina was going to be very specific, but very strong in very specific scenarios.
No.
And we haven't
Nope.
seen it happen yet.
Okay,
He
hey,
didn't say
I
that,
casted
Jake.
I casted a fair amount of
Jake.
games over
This
the
is
weekend.
scenario
Jaina won none
0,
of those games.
0%, because that's where she's strong right now.
Enjoy your chip, Jake, and eat your salt.
Yeah, eat your salt. I'm glad you're getting your sodium content.
Kev got it. That was a high five.
Anyway,
Jake. So thank you to. Oh, I closed the thread. Hold on.
That was worth $1.
Thank you to.
a whole dollar.
Who asked the Thrall question? I'm trying to find it.
Who cares? Anyway.
Wow, no,
I
it
gotta
was
say
a
thank
good
you to
question.
that.
That was a good question.
Well, thank you to the Thrall question guy. I can't find it right now. I'll go back to you later when I
Yes.
see it.
Thanks, guy.
We are answering questions from our Reddit thread, guys. Our
Yeah.
Heroes of the Storm. Make sure you head over there and ask questions.
Thrall is Tychus 2.0. And the wolf, quoting Jake.
So I like this one. This one's more of a fun, like, feel the games. I have one from 8 Bagels. We all love 8 Bagels and the things he does for this community. Love to you,
Yes.
buddy. 8 Bagels, you're awesome. He asked, what WoW battleground do you guys want to see made into a Heroes map? Corey, sorry.
Warsong
No,
Gulch.
I'll answer this one. I don't know. Moving on.
I agree 100%.
The worst.
I agree 100% with Kevin.
You are the worst.
Warsong Gulch would be an
Yeah,
awesome
Warsong
map
Gulch. That's a good one.
to be added. I would love that one.
Arathi Basin would be a lot better. For the reason that Arathi Basin you have to fight over multiple territories. Warsong Gulch is really straightforward. It's capture the flag.
Not from a perspective of which one would be good for the game. Just which
Now-
battleground would you love to be at?
All right. So if you talk to a lot of pro players and you talk to a lot of people on the top level, of the
I'm not
community-
asking about good for the game. I'm asking which one do you love the most and would love to see.
I'm
added
getting
to the
there.
game?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Could we please do not stab me with that?
Keep going. Keep going. It's fine. I'm just.
So, you talk about Warsong Gulch, and Warsong Gulch is pretty streamlined. It's 10v10 capture the flag in World of Warcraft. That's what it is. So in theory, it'd be a capture the flag kind of grab the flag map. Arathi Basin on the flip side is a
Five base.
It's five
Five.
base. Yeah, it's 5 base. 5 base territories map where when you control territories, you gain resources. By gaining those resources, once the team that hits the maximum amount of resources, you win the map. So they can spin this a lot of different ways. They can spin this in the fact that if you have more resources, your waves spawn quicker, or they're stronger, or something, or it's just territories map. They could take the whole core element out of it in general, but I don't think capture the flag really makes a lot of sense in MOBAs. Like, it just sounds way too clunky and way too
Arathi.
off.
Well, okay, what you're saying is they would make Arathi Basin, but like have waves of minions. No, that's not the question. Is which WoW battleground do you want
Arathi
to play
Basin.
in a Heroes
So
of Storm?
screw the concept of waves of minions and just make Arathi Basin, because if those resources give you some kind of benefit, you just have to get somewhere faster.
No, like
You-
just saying
you-
as a custom game, everyone starts at level 20 or level 10. And they sit at that the entire game, and it's just the battleground, and you're playing it from a MOBA perspective.
But
Which
think,
battleground would you want to play?
think about Dragonshire. And the reason Dragonshire is such a good competitive map is because you have to control 2 territories to cap the Dragon Knight, or essentially 3 territories. And as it stands, Arathi Basin is pretty similar to that in the long run. So
I think you're missing the point of the question.
I think Arathi Basin would be the most exciting and most fun map to play on
Okay.
for Heroes.
I think the only reason I would disagree with the Arathi Basin is then we would need a game mode where more than 5 players can play. Because 5 capture points with only 5 players would be silly.
They'd have to dumb it
Warsong
down to
Gulch would work because you could be roaming as 5 and or doing 3-2 splits.
Yeah. I don't
That's
know.
the only. That's the only reason because I love Arathi basic.
They'd
I
have to
love
make
all their
adjustments
classic
and make it
builds.
3 capture points. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. 3 capture points would be good. Corey, you're so silly.
that's my newspaper. Get your
What?
own. This one's yours.
Althark Valley.
Alterac
Alterac
Valley.
Valley.
40 versus 40.
Althark Valley. 10 out of 10.
Forsaken Souls asked the whole question. Thank you, Phoenix Sniper.
Oh,
Thank
the salon sounds great, Kubi.
Salan?
You should go there.
It's the land.
Can't even read right now.
Anyway.
Yeah, someone that said add Dragonshire to WoW. Yes, please. That'd be hilarious.
Alright, guys. Let's get into the meta. We'll go into the meta right now with the question from Lord Shotgun.
Whoa.
His
nice
question
mic.
is...
Can you stop muffling?
A
His
little bit
question
further.
is-
There
Thank
go.
you.
Nice.
Removing Resurgence of the Storm.
Get it out. Get out.
Hashtag get out, viewbotters. Hashtag get out, Resurgence.
Agree or disagree, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with Kubi.
No, don't take it out. I mean,
Leave the room. Leave the room. Shut up and leave the room. So, I'm gonna go ahead and because Kobe's not talking. Someone in an earlier, I guess it might have actually been in the thread I saw this morning, said that Diablo's trait feels unimpressive and ununique because of Resurgence, and that's
yeah.
that's a huge point. I think Resurgence is just trashy in general.
You know what isn't? That person is an STFU, man. Because Diablo gets that trait at level 1. And it gets buffed at level 7.
That wasn't the point.
It is the point.
Diablo's trait is less impressive because everyone gets Resurgence.
It's less impressive after level 20.
Yeah, so what's the point of his trait then?
His trait is because before level 20, it's freaking amazing. And even then, he can have Resurgence of the Storm at the same time that he's having Blink. Or Bolt of the Storm, whatever the hell.
Kevin, I don't think you've had enough to drink.
ooh, snap.
Kubi, did you eat that newspaper?
Yeah, I ate it. It's very tasty.
Boom, Lord Shotgun just said, there's no way you could get enough souls to use your trait at level 1. You would level up before getting enough souls, therefore, you can't use it at level 1. Kev, you just got wrecked.
No, I'm sorry. What he's wrong about is that you can't get enough souls at level 1, but you can get enough souls if you're good.
At level 1.
Not at level 1.
Well,
But
that
you
was
can
the
get
point
it
of his
pretty
statement.
freaking close to level 1. You get 10 souls for every 1 kill. So, and every 1 soul for every creep kill that you're next to. You get 100 souls at like 6 minutes if you're not a bad Diablo. Seriously.
Okay.
Like, I mean this, and I mean this incredibly honestly. Everybody that I've seen try to play Diablo in any professional setting has not played Diablo half as good as I've played Diablo.
Poom, get out.
Poom, where you at?
Poom.
Where you at, son?
Kevin,
Where you
Mr.
at?
Shamsu
Where you
Pearson
at, son?
does not think
Where
you're
you
worth
at?
anything.
It's Shamsu calling you out.
ESP
'Cause
Wildfire.
You can't play Diablo, and I can play Diablo, and you
Okay.
can. Oh, you can.
This
I
is
do
like-
Shadow
hey,
Charge.
this is like Melee.
I do Overpower.
This-
I do everything better than you can.
It's like-
It's Diablo. It's Diablo time.
Just-
It's Diablo.
Just mute him.
It's Diablo time.
Just mute Kevin.
So this is the Jake Kubi podcast where Kevin is mute because Kevin started singing about his skills in Diablo, and it's. Now you said it's like Melee. Kubi, tell me what you meant about that.
I played Game Watch in Melee. He was a terrible, terrible character. But hey, you know, if I'm the best Game Watch, I'm pretty good, right? Everyone recognizes me as the
You were
best Game Watch.
top two at least, yeah.
Yeah, right. So Kevin is pretty good, right? Because he's the best Diablo.
Because he plays a character no one else plays.
Oh, did you just say that?
Continue.
That's all I gotta say.
All right, let's give him voice back.
Jake, when you mute Kev, you mute me too. That's not fair.
I do.
Yo, I'm the mother. I'm the Amza. I'm the Amza of Diablo.
So anyone that doesn't understand that reference, Amsa is a Japanese Yoshi player that is the only player in the entire world.
Why does he have to be Japanese?
That
Why can't he just be a Yoshi?
It's because it's like he's the only Japanese player that's any good at the game.
Why can't he just be a Yoshi player though?
But he's a Japanese. He's
kind of messed up.
The only Japanese player that's any good
Jared?
at Melee
Yeah?
competitively. I don't care if it's
Messed up. It's
because
messed up.
fact
It's messed up, right, Jared?
Okay, everyone calls
Yeah,
him the
it's messed
Japanese
up.
Yoshi player. All right,
That's messed up.
good. And but he plays Yoshi and he plays and he's easily in the top 15 players of the world.
Jake Stalking gone.
Anyways, Amsa
So
is,
back to the question: Resurgence. I think it should be removed from the game at this point. They nerfed it an extra minute. I still think it's a horrible
okay.
talent.
So let me stop you there. We sat down with Matt Cooper at BlizzCon, me and Cia Steve, and we talked about Resurgence. And they have a lot of ideas up in the air. Now they confirmed that the 1 minute delay, the nerf to Resurgence, where it's now 3 minutes instead of 2 minutes on the reset timer for it, is a band-aid fix. They're going to the draw board with it, the drawing board with it, where they're trying various things. This is 3 brews. Don't
So-
judge me.
I'm gonna interject real quick. If my
Alright.
arm gets ripped off by like a lion and you put a band-aid fix on it, that solves nothing. Okay? Putting a band-aid fix on Resurgence doesn't fix anything. It's still terrible gameplay. So just get out. Hashtag get out Resurgence.
So, hashtag get out Resurgence. Guys, go to Twitter, type at BlizzHeroes, hashtag get out Resurgence. But as we continue our discussion, they talked about a few different things. So Matt Cooper, under the bus, said things about like, okay, we've talked about the ideas of making it so it's not a viable team composition kind of thing. So that not all heroes have the same kind of Resurgence timer. Maybe it scales differently. He didn't go into specifics as to how they wanted to tackle it, but they understand the idea of a Resurgence composition as being a negative thing for the game. So I'm going to leave now.
Newspaper eating, Shamtu is Diablo's mom, Zoya bitten by lion, hashtag town hall things.
That's about accurate.
Why are you Diablo's mom?
Who knows?
Which Diablo's mom are you? Are you Diablo 3 mom? Are you Diablo 2's mom?
Diablo 2, probably.
Okay. Alright. Well, thank you
Because
to...
Diablo 3 sucks. So.
Did you say who asked you that question?
Asked me that question?
Yes,
it was,
I'm 4 brews
and
in.
the wolf asked me that question.
I'm 4 brews in, so asked that question. Thank you. Guys, we're answering questions from Reddit. How late are we going, guys? Do we have time for more, or what's up?
I don't know. What else do we want to talk about?
Well, I mean, we're just answering questions right now until the questions get boring.
We got at least an hour left.
Resurgence is bullshit.
So, okay, thank you. Okay, Kev, that was a bit delayed, but thank you for contributing to the conversation.
Resurgence is bullshit.
Okay.
Let's be honest.
Yes, we're all been on. It's a lion biting off my arm bullshit. That would suck.
Okay.
Okay.
Make sure that everybody knew.
Yes.
I'm
How
thinking of a
Schmatt
food.
you feel about that.
I'm thinking of a food right now. If someone in the chat guesses it, I will
So
finish.
Steelers.
I will finish this.
Tostitos.
So,
Guys, chat, you have to figure out this food. If you get the food, Kubi will finish his brew. So guess said food. And if you get it
in the
right,
meantime, we need to answer some questions. We need more questions.
Yeah.
So I need
got one
questions
more.
and guesses at the same time.
So, Mr.
hot
Creamy
dog
Boy.
immediately. Hot dog and mustard.
No, keep going. I'm watching. Go ahead. I need questions though. I do need questions.
Mr. Creamy Boy asked thoughts on the current state. Well, he doesn't word like that. But thoughts on the current state of Abathur right now.
Abathur's pretty weak, to be honest. I've been playing a bit of him in the past week because he was free week, and even past level 2, it felt like I wasn't able to do as much as I used to in previous patches. A lot of the it's more so the heroic nerfs than anything else. The promote nerfs were justified, I think, in a lot of ways for Abathur. Unfortunately, for the rest of the heroes that have promote, I feel like they weren't really so much justified because it felt like Tassadar and Witch Doctor and Lily, right? Lily has promote? I'm trying to remember. The heroes that
Right
had
wing.
promote
Right wing.
other than Abathur?
Right wing.
Brightwing, sorry.
Sorry.
They didn't really use promote that much because it just didn't feel that strong. And 15 seconds is actually really freaking short.
It
If
is.
you promote if you promote 2 minions at your gate as they're going across the gate, as they're going across the lane, they actually run out at about 3/4 the way through.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop you.
Wait.
Promote's still fine
Wait,
on Abathur.
What are the answers?
Okay.
Is
Using the
Brightwing
burrow,
wings.
you can. It's only good on Abathur at this point. It's useless. Any other hero that has promote is useless because you're right. It does run out quick. But because Abathur has the global presence, you can still use promote reasonably well enough to where you should take it at that tier, and it's not horrible because you can still show up suddenly at a keep bottom and promote 3 minions and help take it.
Jared, stop. Our very own CM Trickslayer has got the food correct. It is actually ice cream sundaes because basing on Town Hall history, ice cream trucks was a big part of our history as a show. So Kubi said, if someone guesses the food right, he will finish his drink. Trickslayer said, ice cream sundaes. Kubi?
I just needed ice cream.
Guys, I am not too sober. I am 4 brews in, and I have been slurring. Not as you guys got to keep in mind.
Oh!
Jake's a
Oh!
giant lightweight, despite being an alcoholic, and Kevin started like 3 hours before all of us. So
3 hours.
There he goes. Brew City boys. Shout out to Trickslayer. Getting the right food.
But I actually think Abathur's still in a great spot. The nerf to his heroic, I don't think the strongest part about him before was his heroic. Most players either got the heroic killed really quickly. I always thought his strongest aspect of him was his symbiote, being able to just assist anyone anytime, especially with the new builds of Abathur, just being able to shield more and stuff.
He's playing Chen.
Keep going, Jared. Sorry.
But I need to drink more because I need to get on your guys' level apparently.
Come
I
bite!
still think he's definitely nerfed. He's definitely nerfed, and when I first played Abathur, it was like, holy cow, the difference in the time you're actually not in a heroic is huge. Because it used to be before every fight you would be able to ult somebody. Now it's like every other fight. That's a huge difference. But
That's
I
actually
still-
more of a change than I would like to see.
I still think
least
he's
right
fine
now.
though. I think he's still a
He's still
reason-
good, but, like-
we see him in competitive play still, and we've seen some good matches put up for him, and he still
Yeah,
does decent damage.
It's true, but like it's usually for symbiote. Honestly, like
Yeah.
like the evolution's good, but if they're gonna make a change to something so critical, like 50% reduction is too much. Like if it's a really like a core part of what the hero is, I think
Maybe.
starting off with 50% is too much. Like try tweaking numbers in between there and 100%, obviously. But
I agree 100%.
It might have been an over nerf on the
100%.
heroic, but Kev started off that he thought Abathur was really bad. I think Abathur's in a great, as a solid spot right now, personally.
Yeah.
He's not as god tier as before, but he's still good. He's good enough to see play.
I still disagree.
Okay, that's fine.
I feel like he's really not that good enough to see play. Just
I mean, we've
because
seen him in play though. We've seen him picked by multiple teams.
bad team.
Cloud9 still Cloud9. Cloud9's a bad team.
Have they won
Rip.
Yeah, they beat SMG.
Last word.
last week? Last week when people weren't really excited or really
Hey, they won a tournament
in
this
the
weekend,
knowing
man.
of the XP changes. I feel like Abathur's really not that good.
Cloud9 still won a tournament this weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah.
With Abathur?
Not
I don't know if they used
necessarily
Abathur
with
in the finals, but I've
but
seen them run Abathur recently.
they do run Abathur, yes.
Did they run Abathur this weekend?
In the
I'm trying-
finals,
I think so.
perhaps not, but I think they did run Abathur, yes.
Oh, yeah, last weekend when nobody knew what
No,
was
they
going
ran
on with the
Abathur
patch.
this weekend. I'm almost positive they did.
Yeah.
I saw multiple Abathurs this weekend.
It happens, yes. It's
This
not
very
like
weekend,
it's not a
like,
top tier
less than
pick, but
5 days
it
ago,
happens,
I've seen
yeah.
pros run Abathur.
Which pros and did they won? Did they win anything
Kevin,
notable?
are you really trying to ask me to remember specific games right now?
I am,
This is-
because
this
this
is
is
why-
kind of important to whether or not
I casted multiple series with Jester, and I can't remember a single one of those games.
This is
right
why we don't call it Kevin's questions.
now. Wrecked.
Oh, okay, all right,
All
fine.
right. Hey, just
Fine.
saying.
But before we move on,
I'm just asking questions that nobody has answers to.
Yeah,
My
that's-
bad, Koopy. Let's ask questions that everybody knows the answer to.
there we go. Syracuse TV. They ran Abathur against us in the last match of finals in ESL on Blackhearts. That is true. I remember that game. I was watching it.
Did they win or lose?
Maelstrom won.
Did they win that game?
Yes. Maelstrom won that game with
They
Abathur.
won the series. Did they win that game?
They won that specific game on Blackhearts with
That's what we're
Abathur,
talking
Kevin.
about. The use of
All right.
Abathur.
Thank you, Syracuse. Symbiote won in the finals with Abathur at COT 6. Thank you,
All right.
chat.
Syracuse, godlike guest on last week's episode.
Yep.
Kevin,
Alright,
what do you have
fine.
to say for yourself?
What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm just questioning. I'm not saying that it is or is not a thing. I'm questioning the legitimacy of what's happened over this past week.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, it's too close to tell to a new patch, but we gotta wait and see. It's still a possibility. You can't shut it down just yet.
No, I'm not shutting it down.
It sounds
No,
like you're
I-
shutting it down, Kev.
Okay,
I'm
guys.
not really shutting it down.
Reddit thread questions. Apparently, Jake says we're going for at least another hour.
Yeah,
So, or
Jake-
until Kevin or Jake pass out because they're both they both
Jake
seem
is-
pretty gone.
Jake is not. He's incompatible right now.
Okay, well, the three of us should do a Jack Egg toast to Jack Egg for being a passed out host of
Okay.
this wonderful show.
Let's,
Am I the only one toasting here?
hold on a second.
Give me a second.
You good? All right.
Mr. Solid Jake Klinsky, we're doing a Jack Egg toast to you for
Oh
being
my
a
God,
fantastic
Jack
host.
Egg toast.
Jack Egg toast for being a fantastic AFK host. Cheers.
Cheers. Now,
Oh God.
Empty. The entire time.
Well,
All right.
Empty.
back to 30 more
I
minutes of
just-
Jake ruining conversation.
I just finished.
Shots fired.
So, shout outs to Jared Egglet
Jack Egg.
to Jared Egglet
Jack Egg.
in chat for having a sick username.
Pretty sick. Not gonna lie. Let's see here.
Well, we're
Here's a
we're nearing the end of the show. We're at 10:55.
I thought you said we're going for another hour.
We can. Do you want to?
I mean, I'm down.
Could
We can go until questions are like boring. We still got a few good ones left.
Keep at it.
What's the question?
Okay, question from Orcus GG. What do you think Blizzard can do to make more niche heroes more viable in competitive play, i.e., Gazlo and ETC?
So,
ETC is an easy fix. You just need to make his dance more viable. And
Good luck.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
good luck. It's tough because if you make it uninterruptible, it's broken. And then if it's interruptible, it's bad. So
Yeah.
it's like on off. If it, I don't know. It's a tough call to make right there, but I'm not sure how to. I'd have to think about that a little bit more.
I want to do a spin-off
Gazlo-
on ETC for a moment. Let's look at
Yeah.
a heroic like stage
wait.
dive.
Before we look at stage dive, Jared, the chat is asking for you to have some more brew, and I would appreciate it if you would
That, whoa!
And a fourth one. I'm
Is that-
fourth through.
Is that sanctioned brew?
Yes. Kevin showed his like 8 times already.
I have not.
Whoa!
I've seen it.
Kev with the new angle.
Whoa. Yeah. Right.
Whoa!
So,
Look at those things in the background.
so ETC is
Well,
not,
stage dive real quick.
he's not great.
Yeah, let's
And
just
stage dive
stage
sucks.
dive, stage dive.
Stage dive sucks, but it's fun.
Versus
It
Abathur.
allows
Yes.
for gimmicky, interesting play, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's okay for Blizzard to make silly heroics like that? kind of like Water Dragon and Stage Dive, where
Well,
they
Water
will more
Dragon
than
is
likely never see
godlike.
competitive
What
play.
if Stage Dive had a quick stun? Would it be too good?
Like
I
a
think,
half second
I think
stun.
Mosh Pit would still be better in most situations.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. So why not add it, right?
I mean, why not? I don't know. I just wanted to talk about bad heroics.
Why not add it? If it's not broken, why not add a quick stun to it?
Do you think, though, with heroes design, do you think there can be fun heroics that are only there to be fun and cheeky, and then not all of them have to be perfect for the top level of play?
Okay, all right.
Like,
So
I think
do you
that's
think that's an
fine.
okay way to design a heroic? Like looking at it and going, "This is just going to be for fun."
can I answer?
Yeah.
Yes. I think those are good for the meta. Is within reason, as long as it's something that could maybe fit into the meta, because you don't know which way things are going to swing in terms of like how competitive heroes shift, right? So if it's something that could fit in, why not put it in terms of like giving people creativity in terms of moving forward?
Well, just like don't even like look at it as like as it could fit in. Just like a
Completely
ultimate that's
silly.
designed for fun.
Completely silly. Never will fit into the meta. Is that
Yeah, just like-
okay?
Is that okay for Blizzard? Just be like this. This is going to be a fun heroic that we don't expect. Like
No,
like,
no,
of
you
course
can't
there's
say-
the option it could.
You
but,
can't say
like,
don't expect. Is it like, is there a possibility or no? One or the
Like
other.
yeah, of course everything's got a slight possibility, I guess, but
Uh,
their first design philosophy with this new heroic is it for to be fun for just like have like just to be fun.
yeah,
Do you think that's an okay design philosophy?
that's okay as long as it doesn't.
Yes.
As long as the other heroic
Okay.
is okay and it doesn't make the hero itself unviable.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Forgets. Forgets are a perfect example of things that are fun, easily counterable, but they make the game fun for the person who's
I
doing
understand what you're doing, Jake, but it looks bad.
it. Am I wrong?
No,
Like,
you're right,
Forget-
but I had to like stop Jake from being inappropriate on camera.
That's impossible.
Do you see this? That's a selfie that you took.
I agree, Kev.
about an
Fortnite
hour
is not
ago.
always the best thing, but I mean, I don't
This
think
is you
but
took a picture
Blizzard
of
didn't
the television.
design for like Blizzard didn't intentionally make Warpgate to design Forgate to be fun.
Yeah.
What I'm meaning is like if they intentionally
It's
design something.
Easily counterable, like from a experienced player. It's something that people can do easily, and yet, for some godforsaken reason, is incredibly fun to do.
Yeah, but the point is it okay to intentionally design something to be fun but not good?
Yes,
Okay.
Forgates aren't good.
But they didn't intentionally design Forgate.
Hmm.
Like if I was to make a heroic from Murky that like made Murlocs come out of nowhere and just start shooting fireworks,
What?
like that would be because it's hilarious and fun, but has no chance of being in competitive play.
So, shout outs to Tamzim for taking a selfie while he enjoys our holiday episode. There's Tamzim taking a selfie.
Yes.
It's in history. Tamzim,
Tamzim
probably our original chat monster here.
He was one of the first.
Stream monster.
Yes.
I think he's the first stream
Yeah.
monster here on the show.
It's late over there.
He used to watch us back. He first started watching back when we were on MLG TV.
And yeah, yeah, he watched us since MLG TV. It's 5 a.m. where he lives, if I'm not incorrect. And shout outs to him. This is kind of a drinking episode.
Kind of.
It's been
Kind
a bit.
of.
It's been a bit silly. I'm not in my element. And Kubi's kitty.
Is Jake wrapping it up? It sounds like we're about to
No,
close out.
we're not wrapping up. We're not wrapping up. I'm just kind of interjecting. I know that's just tuned in recently. We've got a good number of people hanging out with us without our normal front page access, so I just want to say thank you to all our loyal viewers that hang out with us every week and listen to us ramble, especially when we're not really having the most
Coherent.
coherent discussion. Thanks, Jared.
Pleasure,
And I'm done. I'm rip.
We can tell.
I'm rip.
You guys have questions, the Reddit thread, go post any there. We're answering all of them we can. We're starting to run out, guys, so if you want the show to last a little bit longer,
Guys,
we need some good questions there.
pop in the chat, say hello. Pop on to reddit.com/r/heroes of the storm, find our thread. And
Kev, you okay?
Go to Twitter.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just
Okay.
laughing at
Yeah.
Jake's.
Yeah,
So-
Jake's like...
Hey, wait.
Jake's a bit gone right now.
Hey,
Yeah.
if we hit what was the number? 25 subscribers. We get a Kubi's kitty emote.
Okay,
Is that true?
So if we hit 25 subscribers on my channel, we get a Kubi's Kitty emoticon. We're at 15 last I checked.
That means it's possible to summon
It's possible
Kubi's
to
Kitty.
summon the Kubi's Kitty at any moment in time.
even during a cast.
Even during...
Is it true? Is it true?
That was loud. That was
That
loud.
was the.
So,
Anyway,
Question from Reddit.
Yes.
Do you think the addition of massive characters, e.g. Ragnaros, could be added as a replacement to the core, as in someone
Oh.
can play that character as an immovable core with abilities and all that jazz?
Okay.
now let me jump in really quick. And Ragnaros was quote-unquote data mined. Now that means very little. It could mean he's a hero. It could mean he's a map objective. It could mean he's in the game in any way, shape, or form. But that's a really cool question based on what we know from the data mining of Ragnaros. And if Ragnaros was the core as a quote-unquote massive hero, I love the idea. But you have to ask yourself, do both teams need to have a massive hero for this kind of map? Is it okay to set a map requirement to have one of your 5 heroes be a quote-unquote massive hero? And then you have to create this entire specific hero pool of heroes like Ragnaros that are essentially bosses that replace your core. And I don't know. That's a tall order.
it is.
Yeah, agreed.
That's like a new stage of hero that we haven't really encountered before.
I wouldn't
Yeah, if
say.
anyone can pull it off, though, obviously it's Blizzard, because they've done some crazy
I
stuff.
wouldn't say not having
Deathwing.
before.
Deathwing.
Hey,
No, man.
Abathur's like halfway there.
The Overmind, man. That's who I want it to be first. The Overmind.
Deathwing.
Okay.
Always check your neighbors before they sign a lease.
Well, thank you for
What?
Forsaken Souls.
What?
Oh, he's got 2 questions done, man.
What?
Forsaken Souls. Someone in chat asked, it wasn't on the Reddit thread, but I know Jake's gonna not shut up about this question, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask it. Let's talk about Sylvanas.
Okay.
Got it.
Sylvanas is the embodiment of Christmas.
Okay.
So we're gonna keep the
Nice.
Christmas music.
I don't even know what that means.
No, nobody knows what that means. Not even Jake.
I'll be back in a second.
All right, hold on. Let me get the music on.
That's too loud.
All right, let's talk about Sylvanas. All right, so Sylvanas.
I can't even hear it now.
It's getting there.
Okay, here now.
Hear it?
No, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Sylvanas is gonna be a lot of fun. Now, unfortunately,
Sylvanas is the embodiment of Christmas, guys. Jake, before you talk about Sylvanas, explain to us what that means.
Kubi, here, take these. The stream, you can't see it. The stream, you can't
Oh,
see it.
Kev spilled on himself. Get wrecked.
Sylvanas is the embodiment of Christmas. Now, let's talk about the Banshee Queen. Now, just to preface how much I love the Banshee Queen, since 2006, I have been a competitive Super Smash Bros. Melee player. And about half of that time, Sylvanas has been my avatar on Smash Bros. Forums. And that's the most vague thing.
Are you
anyone could-
explaining what embodiment of Christmas means, though?
No. I'm
What is
not.
that? Just no. We need to know.
I'll
at this
get
point.
there. I'll get there.
Okay.
But I love Sylvanas very much. Now, the embodiment of Christmas, Sylvanas brings back the dead, which is pretty much what Santa does with toys. She gives children happiness, which is bringing back the dead. Anyways, alright, so real talk. Sylvanas was not playable at BlizzCon, but she was in fact previewed at BlizzCon. And we saw a little bit about her kit.
Jake, Jesus Christ, man. What the hell, dude? I'm stunned. I have no words. Like this is like I'm linking this timestamp to Jake or Corey and Kev because what the hell, man?
So, Sylvanas, she's a cool gal. She's a cool gal. She's got a skill shot that travels through targets. She's got a... Corey is dancing.
Her auto attacks will freeze minions and towers and
towers and towers. Effectively silencing minions from using auto attacks and towers from attacking. On top of that, she has a ability where her shadows trail behind her. So if you try to chase her, it's a huge discouragement from that. So this won't affect Illidan so much since he can get in front of her, but other melee heroes like Thrall that will try to chase Sylvanas will take a lot of damage just from being behind her because the shadows behind. And so she's got the skill shot. She's got that. What is her third ability? Do you remember?
It's the skill shot. It's the I don't remember. They didn't release all of her abilities, I don't think.
Well, they released one of the heroics where she can actually take control of a mercenary. Any minion or mercenary, she can take control of it. Kubi, what are you doing? What is that? Come here. Come show it to the stream. Come show your toy. Guys,
I think we're going to be done soon.
we've had a lot of brew. You didn't bring your toy?
Okay, so my initial impressions on Sylvanas, I was initially disappointed because I was wanting her to be another assassin. We were all kind of wanting another range assassin as well. But as a specialist main, like all I play is specialist right now, I'm excited. So
Jared?
Well, initially, I was disappointed.
I want to call out a little man called Shamtu, who has failed us. I don't know where he went.
He spilt on him. He spilt on himself, so he went to go clean that up.
He went to go clean that up land.
All right, we're gonna keep doing viewer questions, and then when Kev's back, I think we should do shout-outs and close the show.
I think you're about right.
What is happening? Yes, so we're going to wait until Kev's back, and then we're definitely ending the show. I got a question from 4DZ here.
Hey.
I'm gonna never mind. No,
I don't know if this
piss
is
off Syracuse. No.
We do a toast for our condensed brew. Kubi is back with us here. Welcome back, Kubi. Welcome to Town Hall Heroes. Heroes.
Okay, yeah, that's the name of our show. Okay, this one's for the viewers, but under the camera. Hi.
Hi. Do we have to go under the camera?
Yeah, you have to go off stream.
I don't understand what's going on right now. Guys, don't worry. Once Kev's back, we'll be done. I don't know what's going on right now, though. Dude, I am 4 blue moons in, or brews in, guys.
I'm back.
I've
Kubi's back.
Everyone got a little bit of pre-game in on me, okay? I should have went and bought some vodka. This is
No. Jared, we're with you. We did not. There was no pre-Town Hall Heroes for us.
No, you guys just drank harder stuff than me. I got beer. You guys got
shout outs to
good
MLG for once upon a time being.
Are you actually going to go on camera and say that?
Once upon a time for being the platform we broadcasted on, but now we're on Twitch. And
okay.
I have this platform.
That
I have
happened.
this mouse pad.
No thanks,
Jared, how
What's
do
up,
you
bro?
feel about
Yeah?
the current competitive scene? Do you like it, or do you want to see more changes? What
I mean-
changes do you want to see?
I think for the sake, like for it being an alpha, if we're like, because a lot of us, it doesn't feel like an alpha for the most part. Because
Right.
Blizzard's handling it very different.
Yep.
But for it being the word alpha, I think it's in a great spot. The fact that there's a competitive scene and an alpha is huge. But the obvious things we need is rank play,
Yep. No, it's fine. Wait, Jared. Wait, Jared. Okay, go ahead, Jared. Nope. Hold on a second. Jake is no longer able to take care of the stream.
All right, Kev's back, so we can just do some shouts. Just rank play and a few observing, like things to make the, the things we've been asking for the whole time.
Yeah.
All right, Kev's back. I think we're about done here.
Kevin!
Jake can't keep it together, so let's get some shout-outs going. I'll go ahead and just take the shout-outs. I'm not really going to plug myself. I just want to do a big shout-out to everyone who's helped the show in 2014. All of the viewers. A big shout-out to Flux Flasher at Curse. Early on, he helped us out. When working on him, he put our show up on Curse. That is a huge thing that's helped our show grow and the YouTube VODs a lot. Big shout out to him. Shout out to all the viewers who've helped us through 2014. Big shout out to these three guys. Both Jake and Corey helped me out with my trip to BlizzCon, which was really helpful. That was like my favorite event I've ever done. So thank you guys for that.
You mean Kevin Corey?
Kevin Corey, sorry. Kevin Corey helped me out with that. A big shout out to Jake. Originally, when you guys, for those of you who are following new, I was the original host of the show. It was originally on my channel. I originally did production. Slowly, we've been transitioning to Jake just taking over everything. And the show's in a spot that's in such a great spot right now that I don't think I would have been able to do that as the original host and the original producer and stuff. So shout out to Jake for bringing the show to such a better tier spot. Shout out to all the pros in the pro scene. I mean, everything involving the community. I wanted to. There's more people I need to shout out to, but I'm having trouble remembering people's faces and stuff. So, just shout out to this. 2014 was awesome. This is my favorite year of esports by far. I've been doing this for 4 years now.
Yes. This
one was great. This is an amazing community. Just shout out to everyone, and I love you three guys. You guys, this show is freaking awesome. I love doing it every once a week.
My oblong looking.
And to
they're awful. Sorry.
And to a great 2015, gentlemen.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. Are you kidding me?
Well, as we progress...
Can I go next?
Yes.
Next person to guess my food.
No.
No, it's a thing. If you guess my food. It's specific, though. Other than that, it has been a great 2014, I will say. Yeah. And this show has been incredible. So thanks to you guys. Thanks to the viewers. Thanks to my co-hosts, Jake, Sham2, and Jared. You guys have been incredible. Other than that, what else can I say?
You could say Jake Egg Roll, because that's all the chat is saying.
Solid Jack Egg. The best.
Mr. Sham2.
Guys, massive shout-outs to everybody who's been involved with everything that's Kings of the Storm, Kings of the Nexus, HPL, ESL, everything that's ever been involved with us. Massive shout-out. Zoe was saying 2014 has definitely been his best year of esports, and I have to only echo that and saying that Heroes of the Storm has just been one of the best esports that I've ever had to host and commentate in my life. And I've commentated at least 3.5 years of StarCraft 2. It's been absolutely amazing to talk to all of you. It's been absolutely amazing to grow with all of you from such a little scene to something so massive right now. And the thing is that we're only getting started. All of us. We're only getting started. Zoya, Jake, Corey, myself, and you guys as well. We are getting so huge, and we're only beginning. And I think that's one of the biggest things that's just absolutely blowing my mind every single day. So it's been an absolute pleasure through 2014 to talk, to grow, to learn with all of you how Heroes of the Storm should be played, how it could be hyped, how it could be everything that we really want it to be in the world. And thank you so much for all of that.
Before Jake goes, I do want to say shout out to the Heroes of the Storm community team. Trixler, Catalyst, and Spirian. All three of them have worked with our show specifically and worked with us individually. Like Kevin said, we both come from StarCraft, and Kevin or Jake and Kubi come from Nintendo, where there was like almost no interaction at all on a community level at those points. So big shout out to those three, and then of course Blizzard in general. Jake, are you good to close the show out, man?
Can you do this?
I am good to close
He's got
the
it.
show
All
out.
right, he's got
Now-
it. He tells me he's got it.
Now, Jared said, shout out to the Blizzard CM team. And that shout out can't be expressed enough. They've done so much. They've given the entire Town Hall crew access to BlizzCon, which is huge. And that meant so much to us. And this year in general, they've acknowledged all of us as pretty much community people in general. But in general,
MLG Hammer Time, thanks for subbing to Jake's stream.
oh my god. Hammer Time, thank you. Hammer Time, a longtime friend. So, the Blizzard CMs, though, they've done a lot for us. And not just the Blizzard CMs, but Blizzard in general. They've been really responsive to our show, responsive to everything we do here, and the Heroes community in general. And the interactions we had at BlizzCon and past then have been... This music is too epic. Have been so cool. I've been a Blizzard fanboy since I was, well, playing Brood War, and I've been a big fan. I remember I fell in love with StarCraft with Warcraft 2, and then I fell in love with StarCraft Brood War, and turned into World of Warcraft, and here I am at Heroes of the Storm, doing some silly podcasts with some goons that I love very, very much. Some silly podcasts with these goons that I love, and it's crazy. It's crazy, and we have a lot of people hanging out every week to just sit here and listen to us ramble about this video game we love. And yes, I'm not the most sober human being right now,
Really?
but I'm speaking from the heart, and Brightwing is better than every other hero.
Oh,
in the
come
game.
on, get that.
Oh, shout out to Jared Egglet for subbing, sub hype.
Oh yeah, shout out to both Hammer Time and Jared Egglet for the sub. We are now 8 subs away from the Kubi Kitty.
Kubi Kitty. I hear that's what's needed to summon the Kubi's Kitty.
The Kubi's Kitty will be summoned every time you paste the Kubi Kitty emoticon.
And we need that Kubi's Kitty emoticon.
So, guys, okay, I'm gonna say it
Hats
right.
off or lampshades off to you, gentlemen.
Lampshades off. our 50th episode is gonna be a bit special as well, because our 50th episode will be our 1-year episode as well. So it's gonna be a bit special. So I'm gonna save a lot of our really emotional 1-year stuff for then. But 2014 as a whole has been amazing, and I thank you for that. Thank you to all these guys, and I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday. Both my co-hosts, Mr. Zoya,
All 3 of your co-hosts.
Mr.
Both of
Shim
them.
too.
What about the third?
Yeah, what about the who's the third?
and Mr. Kubi's Kitty.
I'm the third? That's messed up. That's really messed up.
I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. We're going to be taking 2 weeks off here. First time we've ever had a week off in general. We've gone 44 weeks straight.
Yeah, it's true.
We're taking 2 weeks off.
Fly Hot just subscribed.
Oh my God.
What a guy.
Fi Hots. Thank you. That's actually nuts. I'm trying to pull up the calendar here so I can tell you the exact date that we're coming back. So we're going to...
I would say January...
It's the 6th.
6th. Yeah, that sounds about right. Jared, what a guy.
Yeah.
Jared?
No,
Yes.
you're wrong. January 3rd.
January 3rd is a Saturday.
That sounds like a Saturday.
January 6th.
January 6th sounds about right. All right.
All right.
So,
People
guys-
like
Yeah,
their
let's
guys,
go
so
with
let's-
January 6th. That's the next time you guys will see us for our town hall, and we might even have a special guest. You guys should absolutely tune in.
Yeah.
Probably the most hyped guest, maybe.
Well,
For
Would
the
you
current
say?
state of the game, probably.
Yes, for the current state.
we've got a guest
We will leave it
in theory
anonymous
lined up,
at the
but-
time
but
being.
We'll let you know as soon as we know.
Yep.
Again, thank you guys so much for your support here. every single 44 weeks. It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
And thank you to Jared, Kevin, and Corey for dealing with my existence.
Yes. It's difficult.
It's hard, Jake. It's very difficult for us to deal with it. But Happy New Year to everybody.
Yes.
Happy Christmas. Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays, whatever you
Happy
celebrate.
holidays. Whatever you celebrate. Yeah, exactly, Zoya.
Lots of
A
love.
plus on that one. Lots of love to everybody.
Oh.
And
Jake, I
thanks
showed you
so
how to
much
do it, baby.
for tuning in.
We got it. We got it here.
So, Jake.
Boom.
No, that's what is that? That's like bring the.
It's
yeah.
a heart.
There we go.
Heart, buddy.
That's okay.
All right, guys.
He'll
we are
get it.
signing
He'll
out
get it
for
down. He
2014.
means it. Hearts for everybody.
Heroes is an amazing game. We're signing out for 2014.
Guys,
I think
Well,
Jake's ready. I don't know yet.
Rest in peace.
He's got it.
we'll see you next year. It's been fun. Guys, Jared, Kevin, and Corey. I love all three of you.
Oh.
Every single viewer of our show, you really mean a lot to us. You make this happen every single week. And this does it for 2014. We'll see you next year.
Yes.
And until then, take a look at our
Goodbye.
I'll take a look at our fireplace. I'm going to try to do some extreme
Oh,
zoom.
here we go. This is gonna be weird.
This is going to be an awful production. We're going to try to do this. I envisioned this. Good enough. All right. Peace, boys.
Oh my god.